skip it. See it or skip it. See it or skip it.
Welcome to a new See It or Skip It, a Thanksgiving See It or Skip It. We're going to be talking about all the things that are going to get you out of having to sit with your family at dinner. I am joined by two great critics, Rebecca Frost and Tracy Mangum. Joining again. How's it going?
Going well.
I'm so happy to have both of you, and we have a lot to talk about this week. Every week, it seems, has been a just ton of stuff to go through, but the first one here is Zootopia 2. 10 years have passed since the first one came out.
It doesn't even feel that like 10 years.
It might feel more in some cases. Like when I watched the second one, I was very much trying to piece together, where are we? What happened in the first one? These are these two cops that didn't get along very well in the first movie.
Well, he wasn't a cop.
Oh. I'm already out. I'm already out of this. Take it.
Well, I can only briefly try to remember. So the bunny is a cop. The fox is a fox.
A hustler.
A hustler.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fox is a fox?
Yeah.
Okay.
We all saw Robin Hood.
I thought you had it. But
We all saw Robin Hood. And there's racism.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, the whole story, like it's a full environment of different animals and fun hijinks and many, many puns.
Oh, Shakira's there.
Yes.
Chock full of puns. Tracy, you had seen this with me on Saturday in the theater. The kids were having a ton of fun, but were you?
I thought it was okay. I don't think it's quite as clever or as subversive as the first one was. I think there were some really good puns and some very clever movie homages. There's one in particular with The Shining, which they like drop the drone sound, and that was great. I just wish they'd spent a little bit more time in developing the plot, and I was a little bummed because I had read from the directors they waited so long because they wanted to find the right story to tell, and this is just kind of a rehash of the first one all over again.
Okay.
So
Racism, a tale as old as time.
except now it's reptiles instead of predators. Yes.
Yep.
So,
And I don't even think they really got rid of predators in that case. Like,
no, not really.
We all kind of had our own. There's a whole other thing with that. This is very much a sequel from Disney that I want to see. Like,
Yes.
Many times Disney have been putting out stuff where I'm like, okay, we're going to do live action this, sequel to Moana, while at the same time we're going to do a live action Moana. Mm-hmm. What is happening? At least there's cohesiveness with this sequel, but there's a little bit too much in the sense that it feels like the same exact story. If we're going to end it with the same type of thing that we had in the first movie, yes, there's a little bit of mystery in this, but the puns, the movie references. I remember in the first one they had a Breaking Bad one.
Yes.
That hit really hard. That was really fun. But with this one, I don't think they did enough. And that's kind of shocking because it's a very long movie.
It is, and I don't feel like the villains were as developed. I miss Jenny Slate. She does make an appearance, spoiler alert. The mayor comes back in a little bit of the movie. I didn't think that these villains were as compelling. And I did feel like Gary DeSnake was a little underwritten, unfortunately, which I thought was a little sad because he's a major character in the film. He doesn't get nearly as much screen time as I thought he would.
Yep, and the whole time you're thinking that could be the villain, played by Ke Huy Quan. I think he does a great job with it, but they're calling back a lot of stuff to the first one. They don't really have a strong villain, so they're going to bring in some Easter eggs from the previous villain, and Jenny Slate is amazing in that.
She was great. And you get Shakira's song like 3 times in the movie. So.
The original one or a new one?
No, the new one.
Oh, hooray.
So, yeah, but you hear it like 3 different times. So felt a little padded in that regard. But the kids seemed to have a really good time with it. A friend that I brought said her son thought it was better than the original, gave it an A+. So I think it'll be fine for kids, but I do feel like it was a little pedestrian, unfortunately.
That's what surprised me. I've heard so many people say how much they love this movie. It just didn't really give me what I was looking for. And if anything, it was just something unique and different in this world. It felt like we just kind of explored the same thing that we already have. But is this still something that, when it comes to Best Animated, while we're doing our voting for the Utah Film Critics Awards, that is going to be on your list, Rebecca?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to watch it. But
There's not a lot of animated selections.
Well, I don't know. I'm very picky when it comes to animated. And if it is an animated movie that just, like you guys have said, rehashes the first movie, I don't know that I'm going to prioritize it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think because there's so few quality animated films this year, I think it'll probably be on the ballot, but I don't see it particularly well.
Nothing will defeat K-pop demons. Not on my watch. With that said, I do think this is probably a wait for it, but on this Thanksgiving week, you got to get the kids somewhere. Go to Zootopia 2. It is not by any means a boring film for you, and you're going to have a lot of fun. There's some adult humor in there. It just is not necessarily equal to the sum of its all parts.
Oh, and that's the thing too. Like, I'm a big vocal proponent of we need movies for kids, especially in theaters. And so, yeah, I'm a big supporter of taking your kids to the movies for kids' movies.
Yes, absolutely.
If you don't get it, you're not a kid.
And it's not,
That's
it's
okay.
not a terrible film,
Yeah.
but it's just not what I'd hoped for.
We've
We're
gotten older.
hoity-toity.
We're old.
hoity-toity.
Yep.
We're cynical critics. So
Cinecritics.
Yeah.
Cinecritics, yeah. New name.
Well, let's move into the new thing, which I think is actually one that we're all pretty excited for, Eternity. Right? What's going to happen when we die? Well, we'll be in a waiting room, and we'll be waiting to see which world we want to go to. That's the premise of this. I found it very interesting that there's a lot of parallels that I think draws similarities to people that are in the LDS Church, particularly when it comes to like Plan of Salvation stuff, that they kind of flip that idea on its head and makes it very interesting. I think Elizabeth Olsen is incredible, Miles Teller, Callum Turner, but you saw this movie. What did you think?
Yeah, so the premise is, it's a very simple premise. An old married couple, the husband passes away first, makes it to heaven's waiting room, and he meets this bartender, very handsome Callum Turner, and then Elizabeth Olsen's character, the wife, passes away that same week, makes her way to the waiting room, and they each have a week to determine where they're going to spend the rest of forever together.
Totally normal.
Totally normal.
Not 1 week.
But the bartender, turns out it's her first husband who died in the Korean War. And so now she...
And they'd only been married for 1 to 2 years.
Yeah, a very short amount of
60
time.
years he was
Yeah.
waiting in this DMV for heaven.
Yeah.
And now she has to choose between the man that she's spent the rest of her life with, Miles Teller, or maybe take a chance on
The
what could've
original
been.
love of her life.
So cheesy, but I loved it
It's
so
a very,
much.
it's very cheesy. It's very predictable.
Loved it.
It's cute. Like I've said, I'm a cynical critic. So
I was such a sap for this one. Like, I was crying in the end. I do think that it's such a, like, the hijinks that come with, like, these two guys that clearly love her, but are also, like, back off. Like,
Yeah.
the territorial thing, like, that's very overplayed. We've seen it done so many times. But I do like the idea of now Elizabeth Olsen is like, I'm going to choose between these two, and it's not going to be an easy solution. Tracy, what did you think of this?
I thought it was clever. I wish the ending would not have been as predictable, which we talked about after the screening. But I felt like there was enough there. I love the idea that you get to choose your own eternity, and it's like a Comic-Con almost for the
A
afterlife.
convention,
It's
yeah.
a convention center, and you
they're all
walk around,
selling
and they
it.
all have booths, and they're handing out pamphlets, and there was No Man's Land, and there was
there's a land
Food
for
World.
everything.
I'm going to Food World.
There was Clown World. There was Marxist World. There was
Going to Clown World.
There was Capitalist World. There was Workout World. There was
so many.
Eternal
World
Spring.
would have been booked in my,
And that was some of the funnest part, seeing all the different stuff in the background.
The production value, very cute. I really
Yes.
liked the
the
production.
use of real sets and miniatures
Yes.
and the cloth to make a sunrise and a sunset.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
And the chemistry between the actors was really strong.
Oh, yeah.
Which, if you didn't have that, that would
Yeah.
be a major problem.
The huge standout in this movie for me, Davine Joy.
Oh, she is so great. Oh,
Dave, I enjoy Randolph.
she
She's
might
so
be
good.
like
She's-
best supporting for me right
She's
now.
not in enough movies.
I know.
Where
right?
do we do it?
Holdovers.
She just
I
completely
know.
won the Oscar.
I know. Would like
Yes.
more though.
Yeah,
I do think
she
her
steals
character.
every scene she's in this
Yeah.
movie.
Yep, the comedic relief in a movie that's full of a lot of fun too. The question is, did the rom-comness kind of take away from the ultimate like seriousness of like, now we're dead and we're in heaven? Can we explore this a little bit more?
I don't think you can. Like if you're gonna
Not
keep
that movie.
if you're gonna keep it a rom-com, you kind of have to take the seriousness of, oh my God, we are dead.
Right.
And how do we pick one place to spend the rest like forever in?
See, that's
And there's
more
no
of a tough choice.
do-overs.
And there's no do-over. I have a lot of issue with the way this particular afterlife is set up.
Unless you have to choose between a 60-year-old love or one in your whole life, then somehow you get a lot of passes and can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's a special exception.
Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen,
The
she has
rules
special
of this world are a little.
I don't like it.
Hey, some movies go into the rules and you can forget them because you're just immersed in it, like Good Fortune or something like that. Some movies are too into the rules, and that can end up being a detriment.
Definitely.
Yes.
This still is a very charming movie.
is charming.
that
It's
I
charming.
fell in love
It's
with.
cute. You know me. I don't really like Miles Teller, but I
But you did
liked
say
him.
this was your favorite Miles Teller performance.
Yeah, because he is playing an unlikable person, and so
Comfortable in the same way as your grandpa's leaving sunflower seeds on the ground.
Yeah.
precisely.
Like
yeah.
Larry
That's
just
a good
does not
analogy.
really care.
Yeah.
But he does.
He's lived his life, and he knows what he likes.
And there's something about that probably is very strong for someone that's like, I've been with this guy forever. I know him. It would honestly be my choice. But I want to know what other people think. Let us know in the comments. If you see Eternity, which side would you choose? Would you be Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Team Mr. Dua Lipa.
Yeah. Oh. That's crazy. Let us know what you think down below. With that being said, let's jump into a Knives Out mystery that is in theaters for Utah. Thank goodness.
You're the only one on stage with the Monsignor at the time of his killing. You're the only one at that church who hated his guts.
The spirit really moved him today, huh?
So tell me, what the hell happened?
Netflix, maybe we should do that a little bit more. Knives Out, Wake Up Dead Man. This is the third, maybe conclusive of the Knives Out trilogy that Rian Johnson has done.
Oh, I don't know. He has said he wants to do more.
He said, but also he wants to do another Poker Face, and we'll see what happens.
We can do multiple things.
But Benoit Blanc, right?
Yes.
Daniel
Well,
Craig.
I think the question is, does he continue with Netflix to do these? I think he will continue to do Knives Out movies, but
Yeah, just not with Netflix.
that's my guess, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, Daniel Craig, he's our Sherlock Holmes, going into this cathedral of problems. We have Glenn Close, who's the organist. Josh Brolin is this kind of like outside revolutionary pope dude that's a minister. Doesn't really
Monsignor.
care. Going to do whatever he
Monsignor,
wants.
yes.
Yep. Josh O'Connor, who is the lead in this movie, it's
Yes.
not Daniel Craig, comes into this and sees the chaos and is starting to figure out, like, how do I help the people that are here? Little does he know, everyone's plotting against each other. Everyone's got back-end deals. And suddenly, what's the guy's name? Monsignor is dead.
Monsignor Wicks.
Wicks, yes.
Yeah.
So who's going to solve the mystery? What ended up happening? This is one of those I think is probably not as strong as the other two. The first Knives Out is iconic in the sense that it is a Thanksgiving film. Anybody can go and watch that and have a ton of fun. This one goes a little bit darker, but it also still has some humor. The problem is it's a little too predictable. Tracy, what do you think?
Yeah, I felt like this one wasn't quite as much fun as the first two. And it played a little long for me, and I don't know, and we talked about this after the screening, I don't know if it's going to play better on Netflix where you can watch it at home. But it just played a little long for me, and I felt like some of the extraneous characters weren't as involved in the plot as we wanted to. There's some major plot threads that are just kind of left dangling that don't really add up into the mystery, which in the first one, everything tied up so nicely together at the end. You're like, okay, that all makes sense. And this one, I didn't feel like it quite hit the mark, but it's still enjoyable. I mean, it did take a little while for Benoit Blanc to show up, which was kind of a bummer. I'm like,
An hour.
we're almost an hour in before he finally shows up. So once he did, that was the jolt of energy that I needed, and then we got going. But it took a while to kind of get into the mystery. So
Feels like a premise that extends itself over way too long. Rebecca, what did you think, though? We were kind of close in the theater for this one, and I heard some laughing.
Yeah, well, I'm a huge Rian Johnson fan, so I will see anything he does. But you guys are right. Like, the first Knives Out, top tier, 5 stars, no notes. Glass Onion, fun. Glass Onion is a very fun follow-up to that. And Wake Up Dead Man does take a more serious tone, but that's the thing with these types of anthology movies. One, I would watch 100 more of these Benoit Blanc mysteries, but it is going to be impossible to continue topping yourself, right? But that's okay. Like, this did definitely feel like a story, like a mystery within the church, and Benoit Blanc kind of just happened to be there.
yes,
And
kind of stumbles upon the mystery.
yeah, and to me, that's okay. I'm okay with that. And you're right, I agree. I think it is a little too long, and this is definitely Josh O'Connor's movie. He is a mouse who made a wish to become a real boy. and he does such a stunning job in this. I am a sucker for a story about the power of faith. And he, this whole time, is this sincere guy just looking to do what he believes to be the right thing.
Right.
And I liked it. The mystery overall,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I did hear one of the critics say, I can't wait to see the Moriarty.
Oh, that was me.
Was that you?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was you or not. So
Yeah.
I want to make sure I give you credit. But yeah, and I was like, you know what? That's exactly what we need to go next. I want somebody who can battle Benoit Blanc.
But I don't want it to
Head mentally.
Yeah, I don't want it to happen too soon because I think in Poker Face it happened in the second season a little too soon. But I do want a mastermind who can take on Benoit Blanc and really
Have a
challenge
game
him.
of chess in the mind.
Yeah.
I love
think
that you're
that would be a
bringing in
lot of
Moriarty
fun.
here because I do think this is so much like BBC Sherlock. This episode in particular felt like one of those middle chapters in each of the BBC Sherlock seasons where it's like, yep, he's just here, and now we're gonna figure out what's going on. Hounds of the Baskerville, something like that, right?
Like it's good. I'm not complaining.
Right.
But I cannot wait for the next one.
If we're going episodic on this, it is tough to recommend it to be seen on a big screen. And Rian Johnson, man, you got to look through your contracts before you sign on to these things. Because if you're upset that you don't get a ton of theater releases, well, you're with Netflix. That's kind of the thing.
But has there recently been so much public and maybe private pushback on this that Netflix is starting to be a lot more lenient?
Nah.
Not really.
You don't think?
The CEO
It took
recently said
K-pop
that.
to win everything to show up in theaters.
But what
Well,
about
even then.
like Greta Gerwig's Narnia is getting like an exclusive theatrical release, isn't it?
But that's one contract, and that's Greta Gerwig. They did the
Right.
same with like Martin Scorsese, where he was able to get that too. But anything that ends up being in awards contention, that's when you start to see them doing it in a couple different theaters on both
Yeah.
coasts. I don't necessarily think that's been their model for a long
The
time.
CEO said he doesn't really believe in theatrical distribution. Does he see that as
I
being
wish we could find a way to not do that, but let's just see what happens with the Warner Brothers purchase and
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah, well, let's do jump into a whole nother show. This is a see it from all of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
definitely
see
worth
it
seeing.
in the theaters if you want. If not, you can wait for it a little bit later. But we do have one that definitely for me, when we're talking about awards considerations this year, is going to be on many people's ballots, and that is Sentimental Value. Stellan Skarsgård. First, he did Andor season 2. Now he's doing Sentimental Value. The man is proving time and time again that he is one of the strongest actors around today. And I definitely see him, if anything, I don't know if they're doing main actor, supporting.
I think he's
going to win either one.
Yeah, I think this is a supporting actor category. For him.
Even more so then.
Yeah.
I would say. But what did you think of this? Oh, wait, you haven't seen it.
Oh no, I have seen
Yeah,
it. Tracy
you
I
has
have
seen it.
not.
Okay.
I want to. I need
Yeah, no, it's good.
We're going to sell you on it, Tracy.
Yeah, so the premise is it focuses on these two daughters, and Stellan Skarsgård is their dad. Obviously.
Sure.
And
Strange. Very great director, visionary director.
he's a visionary director, a very well-established director. Renata Renz, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. The lead actress.
Renata the Dada.
Yeah, Renata is a theatrical stage actress, and she always has been. And the younger sister, she starred in Stellan Skarsgård's one of his most acclaimed movies as a child, and then she grew up and she became like a historian. He comes back. He's been estranged from them for years, and then their mother passes away. He shows back up into their lives, and he gives a script that he's written to his eldest daughter saying, hey, I wrote this movie for you, and there's nobody else who can play this character but you. And she declines. And at a look back on one of his films, Elle Fanning's character, who's an established movie star in this universe, they meet up. He offers the role to her because the eldest daughter is like, no, I don't want to do this. And so it's just a lot of, watching your father create something that was initially offered to you, and Elle Fanning's character can't necessarily find the character.
Okay.
A very emotional film because it's not just about making a movie, right? It's about confronting
the past.
the past.
It's an intimate family
It is a
drama.
very intimate
Because
family drama, yeah.
it's not just about like, we're going to get these people to watch this movie and hopefully my daughter does. He's using it as a way to get back into her life. And she sees that right away. And I think that's why initially she pushes back.
Yeah.
But when she sees that he's moving forward with it, and not only that, I've brought in Elle Fanning to play the part that you're going to play. She's a theatrical person. I have never seen a panic attack portrayed as well as she portrayed it at the beginning of this movie.
Oh,
it was incredible.
Really funny.
But seriously, like that's
also very
kind of what
serious.
it's like.
Yeah.
It really felt that way. I do think this is one that anybody that's going in looking for like a big spectacle, this is a slow burn. We're dealing with families. A lot of it is in subtitles, so you're gonna have to read some subtitles. Sorry, eat your vegetables. It's good.
It's the same writer-director as Worst Person in the World. So if you've seen Worst Person in the World, very much the same vibes. Messy characters, messy characters doing their best to live in this world with each other and grow together. And I thought it was very sweet. It was a really sweet movie.
It's one that's definitely on my list. Yeah.
Yeah.
It also has one of those endings that you think about later, like days after. I still have thought about it. It reminded me a lot of another film that's going to be coming out, Hamnet, in the way that they concluded that story in like kind of a big like, look, this was for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at the love that came out of this creativity, but also like looking at Stellan Skarsgård and Elle Fanning's characters. He's trying to get her to be at the level of his daughter to bring out the performance, and she knows that she's just not there. And so, how do you, an actor who wants to work with the Christopher Nolan of all directors, how do you confront the fact that maybe you're not able to because you can't get it? It's such a fascinating movie. Definitely a see it for me.
Yeah, absolutely see it. Like, if anything, I think screenplay nomination, I think this is maybe a shoe-in for, like, original screenplay. But, yeah, awesome performances just across the board.
I would even go ensemble cast.
Yeah, for sure.
Smaller cast, very, very potent, though. I had a great time with this. See that in theaters right now. And also, we had Jay Kelly, but skip it. We're going to skip that.
Sorry,
and let's
Netflix.
talk a little bit about Thanksgiving, right? It's the time where we all gather with our family. We've got our MAGA uncle that's saying one thing. We've got the other aunt that's coming up with controversial Facebook posts to see if we can freak out the rest of the family. And I just want to eat turkey and go watch some stuff and go to sleep. Is that the same with you?
Yeah.
So what are you watching?
I don't know that I got a MAGA uncle.
I don't
sitting in
either.
my day.
Everyone's got one. You'll find them. You'll find them. They'll come out of the woodwork. But anyway, movies to watch on Thanksgiving. Obviously, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But
Classic.
Tracy, are there any that stand out to you that are your go-to?
You know, The Holdovers from last year is my new go-to.
Yeah, that's a Christmas movie.
It is, but we're transitioning.
You know, Christmas is
into
always
Christmas
blending into
and-
Thanksgiving these
It's a forgotten holiday.
Well, there's so few that are specifically Thanksgiving, but
Yeah.
that one to me, it's all about family and found family, and that one is just such a great. And again, Divine is just fantastic in it.
Yeah.
And that was a really great one from last year. That's going to be a
Giamatti,
classic.
my goodness. The amount of insults that are written in a biblical sense, like, are some of the funniest things. I know these reprobates, saying like the most ridiculous, it worked so well. That's
Do
a
not
great.
cross the Rubicon.
Yep, and Dominic Sessa, who was just in Now You See Me, Now You Don't, gonna be Anthony Bourdain in the new biopic. So
Right.
that's fascinating.
We're going to see him win awards in our lifetime.
Oh, for sure. And I love the fact that they just kind of found him.
Oh, yeah, right?
Holdovers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just
So
like
funny.
It's crazy.
All right, what is your pick?
Well, so my very first job was at a movie theater, and I was always working on Thanksgiving. Concessions was always the slowest because everyone was so full. But I really feel like a sense of connection to the movies that were out during the time when I was at the movie theater. So like a big one for me is Night at the Museum. That's a Thanksgiving movie to me.
Nice, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got a good New York in the fall vibe to it. It's a little wintry too.
Yeah, but also I feel so put on the spot because I didn't really think of any Thanksgiving movies.
I'm not putting any
But
on the
like Thanksgiving episodes of TV shows. So like my favorite sitcom of all time, Happy Endings. They have a couple Thanksgiving episodes. Friends Thanksgiving episodes. American Dad, the one show I watch over and over again. There are
The
Thanksgiving
classic
episodes.
Snoopy Peanuts.
Snoopy, yes, yeah.
The Great Pumpkin. That's Halloween,
Halloween.
right?
Yeah, no.
What do
it's
they have for?
They make popcorn and toast. And
Oh, very
I think
cool.
cold cereal, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I mean,
Would it be weird to consider Mrs. Doubtfire as
No.
kind of a
I don't
Thanksgiving
think so.
adjacent?
I
don't think
think,
that'd be
I think the movie, because there's not really any specific Thanksgiving movies. It's more of like a spiritual vibe.
I think they've tried to make Thanksgiving movies. Those go on Hallmark and Lifetime, and we don't ever see them.
yeah.
But hey, if it keeps the channel's going. You know, keep making them.
The
Absolutely.
parade, I'm a big fan of the parade.
Knives Out, I guess, is the other one.
Yeah?
I think if you don't watch the third one, check out the first one and get hooked onto these because
Yeah.
they're very fun, and it definitely worked for Thanksgiving. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is always a
Classic.
go-to.
That John Candy speech at the end.
John Candy, that documentary was so great. Weirdly enough, we do, because it's a transitionary period to Christmas. We're getting all the decorations out, which means in my family, we were bringing out the Christmas movies. They weren't just there all year round. So there's a little bit of fun to like Elf time. Let's go. So Elf is always one that I put in there. Any type of like Scrooged is a big one in my family. We love that one. I don't know. Is there any others that you guys go to, or is it more like what's out in theaters? We're gonna go with family somewhere else.
Yeah, like going out to theaters, going to the movies on Thanksgiving has always been a favorite like tradition, I guess.
Yeah, we were to stay at home and watch football and then movies. So.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited for all of us to go to our families, and just me to the Mac Uncle, I guess. I feel bad. I feel like I called out someone that shouldn't have been called out.
Yeah, I hope your family doesn't watch it.
Yeah, if I said like their last name or something. Yeah. Thank you both for coming. Happy Thanksgiving to both of you. Where can the folks find you, Rebecca?
You can find me every week on Geekshow podcast.
Tracy?
Movies That Make Us, and then on TikTok, just under my name.
All right. Well, and also one more thing. Stranger Things Season 5, Volume
yes.
1 is coming out tonight. We haven't gotten a chance to see it, so we didn't really want to jump too into the 40-year-olds riding bikes pretending to be kids. But I'm very excited to see where this goes, and we'll probably discuss it next week. So stay tuned for that. That'll be your sneak peek for the week. And check out the QR code right on your screen. Make sure you scan that. It'll take you to all of the Cedar Skip It social media pages where you can check out our interviews with Brendan Fraser, with the cast of Train Dreams. So many fun things that happened. Thank you again so much, as always, for watching, and we will see you at the next review.